Good morning, everyone. So today I'm gonna teach you about chapter 3, lesson 7, derivative of composite functions, the chain rule. Yeah. So we're gonna continue from the previous class, and in this chapter is still about derivative. So basically, before I get into the chapter, let me review first about the composite function. Let's say that I have a value of x as the independent variable, and this x I use as an input for a function of fx. Okay, so and then this is the first input, and then this will be the output of the function. Okay, and then with the same fx, I'm gonna use it as an input data for the second function, let's say gx. So this is input 1, output 1. And as the output of the first function, so this is function f, this is function g. As the output of the first function, the value of this one will be used as the input of the second function, and then processed by function g. So we have the output of output 2 as a gx, g of x. So if this happens, then we can say that actually gx is a composite function of x. And usually it has been discussed in the 11th grade, then it can be written as g of f of x like this, or also can be written of g dot f of x. Okay, and then there is the term of the inside function, and there is the term of outside function. Okay, so the first function, the function that is used for the first process is called the inside function. So in this case, fx is the inside function, and the outside function is the function that is used for the next process, which is the second function. So in this case, gx is the outside function. So if you can see here, fx is inside, gx is outside. That's how you determine that fx is inside function and gx is outside function. And the function that is processed first is fx, which is the inside, and then the output is used for the input of the outside function. Okay, now today's lesson, we're gonna learn about the derivative of composite functions. So how can we find the derivative of a composite function easily? And later on, we will use the rule that is called chain rule. Okay, so let me give you an example of a composite function. Let's say I have a function fx is equal to x squared plus 3x plus 4 power of 5. Then it's gonna be hard to expand it one by one, open the parentheses and expand the power of 5, and then we derive it with addition or subtraction of power function, right? So be aware that actually this is a composite function. Let's say that u is equal to x squared plus 3x plus 4. So actually we can say that fx is actually equal to u power 5, and u is equal to x squared plus 3x plus 4. So in this case, fx is the outside function, and u in this case is the inside function. Okay, u is the inside function. So basically fx is equal to u power 5 and u equal to x squared plus 3x plus 4. Now we want to find the derivative of x with respect to x. We want to find dfx dx, which is d of x squared plus 3x plus 4 power 5 dx. And we don't have the formula for this yet, because this is not a power function. So what you can do is to use the chain rule. So what is chain rule? I'm gonna explain it starting from this one. So to find the definition of the derivative itself is actually the limit as delta x approaching 0 of delta fx over delta x, right? The limit of delta fx over delta x as x approaching 0, the rise over 1, the slope, the delta y of delta x. Now, to get the chain rule, we're gonna manipulate it. We're gonna do some modification by multiplying it with delta u over delta u. Okay. So I will get it as the equal to limit of delta x approaching 0, and then I switch it like this. So it's equal to delta fx over delta u times the limit as delta x approaching 0. No. Times delta u over delta x. Okay. And when you learn about limit properties, you know that you can separate this into limit of delta x approaching 0 of delta fx over delta u times limit of delta x approaching 0 of delta u over delta x. Okay. So actually, what is this? This is actually equal to dfx du. Okay. And this is actually equal to du dx. Okay. So dfx dx, the derivative of fx with respect to x, is equal to dfx du, the derivative of fx with respect to u, times du dx, the derivative of function u with respect to x. Okay. Now, so this is called chain rule. Okay, it's called chain rule. So let's use the example. So we know that the fx that I use is, for the example, is x squared plus 3x plus 4, x squared plus 3x plus 4 power 5. And then I say that fx equals u power 5 and u equals to x squared plus 3x plus 4. So using the chain rule, I can say that actually the fx dx, the derivative of x with respect to x, is equals to d of u power 5 du. Okay, the derivative of u power 5 with respect to u times du, which is x squared plus 3x plus 4 with respect to x. Yeah. Okay. So du of u power 5. So basically, this is a derivative of a regular power function, right? So the result is 5 times u power 4, and the result of this one is actually 2x plus 3. Okay. So now we get the derivative, but don't forget to put back the u in terms of x, because the function given is in terms of x, so the result the answer must be in terms of x also. So actually the answer is equal to 5x squared plus 3x plus 4 times 2x plus 3. I'm sorry, this is power 4. Okay, so that's how you use the chain rule. So if you look at your book, page 104, they were using dy dx instead of dx dx. I think it's the same. So dy dx is equal to dy du times du dx. So this is a chain rule, and it's not a simplification, okay? It's not a simplification. When I write it, dy dx equals to dy du times du dx. Remember, this is not a cancellation, because this is the whole operation. This is a whole operation. That's not a division. So you cannot do this. Okay? So you can just say that dy dx equals dy du times du dx, even though it's like a simplification, but it's not a simplification. Okay? So the verbal definition of the chain rule, look at page 104, the property, the gray box. Outside function, inside function form. To differentiate a composite function, differentiate the outside function with respect to the inside function. The inside function does not change. Then multiply it with the derivative of the inside function with respect to x. See? So basically, the result of the derivative, f prime x, the result of the derivative is the derivative of the outside function, 5u power 4, okay, times the derivative of the inside function. So verbally, you can say that to derive a composite function, derive the outside function and then multiply it with the derivative of the inside function. Okay, clear? Okay, so let's try one more example. Example 1. If fx is equal to x cubed plus 7 power of cube plus 7 power of 2, find f prime x. So in this case, the outside function is something being squared, which is a power function, right? Let's say that this is u. Let's say that this is u squared. So actually, the derivative is equal to 2 times u times the derivative of inside function, which is 3x squared. And then we put back the u. Don't forget to put back the u. So 2 times x cubed plus 7 times 3x squared. And then we simplify into 6x squared x cubed plus 7. Okay, so that's how you use the chain rule. With chain rule, you should be able to derive a composite function. That's all for today. Thank you.